psycho!
We've got some of the best car technicians and vehicle technicians on this show, and we've got some of the best drivers out here in the UK working with us.
We had the ex-British rally champion that actually drove the car, along with some other stunt drivers as well.
I wanted the chase to feel as real and as big as possible.
We're going to add more vehicles, we'll add bigger explosions.
What we're doing here is maintaining the reality of live traffic throughout the car chase sequence. I've worked closely with all of them in regards to the design and the choreography of the vehicle sequence. We really try to execute stuff as much in camera as possible so that the believability of this world remains at the highest level possible.
You see the Maserati, which is the Penguin car, driving through traffic and moving around a corner. And at that time, Batman is quite some distance away. And within his driving skills, he makes the corner and he power slides it. The car this shape and this size, and you're seeing it drifting, is very impressive.
One of the things that I had thought of was this idea of a chase in torrential rain, and that as they picked up speeds, that there would be hydroplaning of enormous vehicles.
Matt did an amazing, amazing job on creating the sense of danger.
Penguin is just jamming his brakes on in front of trucks, causing them to swerve and slide. So we're doing that for real. We've got rigs that can make these 40-foot trailers go sideways. Have a second driver in the back of the truck who can steer the rear axle of the trailer, so we can put these trailers out at nearly 45 to 60 degrees.
We had 100-odd vehicles driving around a half-mile set with pyrotechnics and effects going off and stunt drivers.
That is the explosion he will be jumping through. Testing the car suspension-wise, so it's going to be comfortable for the stunt double. So everything survives, driver and car.
On the principles, we shot on location in stunt-driven cars called pod cars.
All the controls are on the roof. We've got full steering, gears, brakes, and effects as well. So Robert can get on with doing what he needs to do, being his acting, and do what he needs to do for camera, and I can be worried about what's happening on the road.
We also picked up some additional action on LED process stage.
We shot on what we called an array rig, which is basically 7 cameras that are pointed in every direction. And we shot pieces of the car chase through those 7 cameras.
7 cameras were then stitched together into a 360-degree cyclorama. These were fed back in through the LED screens on the set.
Car scene like Dunsfold, it just takes a long time to get all those vehicles reset, especially when you're working with 18-wheel trucks and that kind of thing.
The great thing about our Stagecraft set of tools is that we have our motion capture tracking set up, and that allows us to track the camera wherever it is on the set. So if the camera is in the center of the set and the content that we're putting onto the screens are back there as well, and so we're getting exact real-life tracking information. I'm able to control what happens on these screens. I can make it very warm or cool. These are types of things that we are able to modify live.
The whole idea with the LEDs is that a created world, and we can essentially bring that world to the actors. So we've got content that we put up on the LEDs, and that provides light onto the sets and onto the actors, and it also provides reflections and allows us to make the entirety of the set more real, makes the lighting more real, makes the photography ultimately look more real. In addition to the benefit that it gives us from a technical standpoint, you've also got the rest of the environment there, so the actors can experience the space, and as they're driving the cars, they can react to what's coming at them on the screens.
Oh, come on!
So it gives us a more controlled environment in a moving space without moving. You can have daylight for 24 hours if you wanted to. You don't have to worry about the sun setting. And it makes the CG world and practical world integrate so much better and quite seamlessly, actually.
Once it got realized, we really fell in love with the final sequence, which is a great Batmobile chase. Both man and car are just paired together perfectly. The intensity is palpable.
I loved the idea of being caught in that sea of chaos. And so we worked all of that out, and then we went and we tackled it.
I got you! I got you!